Dallas, I am so happy to be here with you today on this Thursday afternoon. It's a little past the hour, and we're here in this beautiful, majestic theater. Thank you, Dallas, for having me here today. How many of you woke up this morning feeling super confident? Thank you. How many of you wish you had woken up feeling super confident? Thank you. My name is Katerina Kazayas, and I am a Hollywood-based TV host and media specialist. I have trained in the media for over 12 years, and I've done it internationally in really some of the coolest cities in the world, Dubai and Hong Kong and Barcelona, and today Dallas. So yes, really exciting. My company trains on something called Media Mindset Mastery. Now, what is Media Mindset Mastery, Katerina? Media Mindset Mastery, I'll say it slowly, is key to anyone who is looking to increase their media visibility and gain exposure for their business. Now, why is that important? Because if you gain exposure for your business, you'll make more sales. And if you make more sales, you will have more money in your pocket. So how many people would like to have a little more money in their pocket today? Yes? How many of you would be happy if it was just in the bank? Thank you. In a few moments, I'm going to go through some of the tactical steps of what it takes to really shine in the media. But before I do that, I'd like to take a moment first and invite you on a journey. Because you see, sometimes we get stuck before we even get started. So I'd like to remove this Hollywood stuff for just a minute and let you know that I am just a small town girl from Calgary, Canada. Anyone been to the Stampede? Yes? Yeah. I love Texas because Texas and Alberta are like this. So I was a small town girl from Calgary, Canada, and I had a big dream. My dream was to be a TV host. That's right, not an actress, I'm not an actor, but a TV host. So I was going to be the cross between the next Barbara Walters meets Katie Couric, but brunette. How many of you had a dream when you were young? Thank you. How many of you are living that dream today? Thank you. How many of you wish you were living that dream? Well, I am living my dream. I really am. But it wasn't always like this. So I had this big dream, and when it came down to crunch time, when we're supposed to pick our major, when we're heading off to college, I chickened out. I mean, who the heck was I to go to Hollywood, right? And so instead of listening to my heart, I chose to listen to my head. You see, if I went to Hollywood, well, what if it didn't work out? What if I couldn't do it? What if I ended up flipping burgers on Sunset Boulevard, right? But if I became an investment banker, well, hey, then I could buy $24 burgers. So instead of listening to my heart and following my passion, I chose to go for stability and perceived security. And so I moved into the world of corporate America. And on paper, my life was great. I mean, here I was. I had a catchy job title and a corner office and cushy job security, and everything looked great, right? Except that it wasn't. I was miserable. I was sitting behind a desk spending 80 hours a week on Excel spreadsheets. Now, that might be fine for some people, but it wasn't fine for me. And one day I woke up and 10 years had gone by, 10 years. And I looked around and thought, how is this my life? I never wanted to be an Excel spreadsheet expert. I wanted to be a TV host. And I woke up one morning, on that morning, and I had this feeling in the pit of my stomach, just this anxiety and this trepidation and this feeling, please don't make me go back there. I just couldn't go back into that groundhog life one more day. How many of you have ever felt that, right? Just that anxiety of like, I don't want to go back. Thank you. I want you to imagine for a minute, like fruit on a vine, right? And when the fruit is lush and plump, it's just sitting there ripe and waiting for you to do something with it, to pull it and to appreciate it and to make it into a pie. But I had allowed my dream to sit on that vine. And it was just, it was crumbling inside, and it was withering, and I was withering. And I knew in that moment I had a decision to make. I could either quit my job and go for my dream, or I could let another 10 years go by. And so I quit. I did quit. Now, I have a confession to make. I am a recovering perfectionist. Anyone a perfectionist out there? Yes? Thank you. Anyone live with a perfectionist? Anyone living with a perfectionist that's sitting in their seat with them right now? In that moment, I was afraid to try to go for my dream, even though I really wanted to, because I was really afraid of perhaps looking imperfect. I mean, I knew how to do corporate. I had been doing corporate for 10 years. I didn't know how to be a TV host. And so instead, in that moment, in that fork in the road moment of opting to listen to my passion, I chose instead, once again, to listen to my head, where I was dead. And my head said, Katerina, you don't know anything about Hollywood or entertainment or TV, but you do know corporate, so why don't you stick to that? You know what happened next? I decided to stay with corporate. In my defense, I moved into a position of media and communications that was, much more down my alley, but it wasn't TV. It was corporate. It was behind the scenes, and I did it, and I enjoyed it. But boom! 10 more years went by. 10 more years, I kid you not. And I woke up one morning, and I was feeling that exact same feeling. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I woke up with that gut-wrenching, what am I doing with my life? And that fruit on the vine, I just realized that it was my dream. I had allowed my dream to sit there and wither on that vine. And now 20 years had gone by, and I just couldn't allow another 20 to go. Did you know that public speaking, the fear of public speaking, is one of the biggest fears out there? Public speaking, fear of spiders, fear of heights. Now, the thing with public speaking or on-camera speaking is that there's no real physical threat. Let's think about it. Yes, okay, there may be a little excess perspiration, but there's no wild animal that's going to come get you. So why are so many people afraid of public speaking? Well, in that moment, I realized, Katerina, you're not afraid to get out there and shine on camera. What you're afraid of is not public speaking. It's public judgment. I want that to land for a moment. It's public judgment. How many of us don't do the things we want to do for fear of what other people might think about it? But I knew in that moment I had a choice. And this time I allowed myself to get over these limiting beliefs in the back of my head. I allowed myself to get through my own mental slavery that I had allowed myself to live in. And guess what I did? I quit my job. Yes, again. It's like it goes in 10-year increments, right? I quit my job and then I quit my job again. But this time, I hoofed it to Hollywood. I packed up my bags, I imploded my own life, and off I went to Hollywood. And I knew nobody there, and I knew nothing about TV hosting. But I did know that when you show up in Hollywood, you get an agent, right? Yeah, exactly. So now it's time to get an agent. Wrong. Don't go to Hollywood and get an agent unless you know what you're doing. So here's me with nothing. And I get myself an appointment with one of the biggest talent managers in the city. And I go up in front of her and I do my audition. And I bombed. I was so bad. You know those black and white movies that we used to watch where the comedian was out there and he was terrible and they would grab that hook and just hook him back in? That was me. I was literally looking around for someone to please hook me out of there. And I left the offices that day, and I was devastated. I cried all the way home. I literally just wanted to go home and pack my bags, and these were bags that I hadn't even unpacked yet. And I wanted to fly back to security and certainty and comfort and stability. But I knew in that moment, Katerina, you have to dare to suck or you'll remain stuck. I knew in that moment that I couldn't quit this time. I couldn't quit on myself or my dream. How many of you have ever been snowboarding? The snowboarders out there? Yeah, snowboarders. How many have never been snowboarding? Thank you. Well, whether you've been snowboarding or not, what I'd like you to do is imagine for a minute getting out there on that mountain for that first time with your board, right? And you have these illusions of grandeur that you're going to get on that board and you're just going to go. But it doesn't work that way. You know, what happens is, and for those of you who have been snowboarding, you'll remember this. The first time you get out there, you fall on your butt. And you get up and you go 2 more feet and you fall on your butt. And you fall on your butt and you fall on your butt. And you spend the entire day falling down because you don't know how to do it yet. But at the end of that day, you have a choice. One choice is to quit. And the other choice is to get your little bruised butt back up there the next day, to take your little bruised ego back out there the next day and give it another shot. Because only by allowing yourself to suck are you going to get unstuck. You have to try and fail and try and fail and try and fail in order to become proficient in something. So I decided that I was going to stick with it. And I stuck with it for 3 years, intense media and on-camera training for 3 years. And now I couple that with the 12 plus years of international communications experience that I have. And I am living my dream. I now host my own TV show. I have appeared on the red carpet and interviewed some of Hollywood's biggest stars, Sharon Stone and Winona Ryder and Elton John and Sting. Here's me on the Academy Awards red carpet, me and Sting, and me and Sting. I now drive my dream car down Rodeo Drive. And I have a successful business that is thriving, where I can now help people get to where they want to get to, because I have had to learn and I have had to try, and I have spent countless amount of hours investing in myself. I have gotten to another place on the mountain, and I know the path. So if what I've talked about resonates here with you, I'd love to invite you to come and talk to me at the end of the session during the break, because I can help you if you want to move from this place on your mountain to this point on your mountain, to maybe that point on your very own mountain. We can help you. Did you know that it takes people half a second to set their impression of you? Within 2 seconds, that tends to go towards the negative. Why would you ever want to walk into a room and miss your chance to knock that first impression out of the park? So what our company does is we train on something called Media Mindset Mastery. Whether you're in the media or not, whether you ever want to appear on the Today Show or on Good Morning America, or maybe just on Sirius XM, right? You wonder, how did those people get on the radio? We know the formula. And in a moment, I'm going to share that formula with you. How many of you would like to know what the 3-part formula to creating and cultivating a media mindset is? Thank you. And how many of you just kind of wish it was happy hour? Thank you. Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, but it's only 2:30 here. So stick with me just a little bit longer, because we have some good content we're going to cover now. The 3-part formula to really crafting a media mindset, really showing up in life the way you want to show up, includes: number 1, communication. Number 2, confidence. And number 3, charisma. Imagine walking into a room and projecting this immense amount of personal magnetism that just is going to have everyone being like, who in the heck is that? Right? Following you with their eyes. We're talking about presence, your own authentic presence, not pretense, not this photoshopped, Insta-storied world that we're all being told we have to live in. No, no, no. We get to the heart of your presence, your individual presence. And in fact, I would love for us to feel that in ourselves right now. Can we all do a little exercise? I'd love everyone to do this with me right now. Can you please close your eyes? Okay, please close your eyes and just take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, but hold it. So eyes closed. Now sit with your eyes closed for just a second. Do you feel that? Do you feel your presence? That is your authentic being. And there is so much power in it. Thank you. You can open your eyes. Confidence, charisma, and communication can absolutely allow you to fold time, but you must know how to master those elements. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to peel that back like an onion, just for a few minutes. I'd like to take each one of those and peel them back. Would that be okay? Okay, excellent. Let's take a look at number 1, communication. Mastery of communication, and that's verbal and nonverbal, is key. 7% of what we say is communicated through our words. Only 7%. About 30% is communicated through our voice, our tonality, our inflection, the articulation, the enunciation, even the pause. Do you know how whether you pause or not during a negotiation affects the outcome of that negotiation? How would you know? Communication, number 1. Number 2, confidence. It is a fact. Confident people get further in life. They just do. But the beautiful thing is confidence can be learned. Yes, confidence can be learned. So why not learn how to get people to align with you so that you can get what you want, or figure out a way to move them out of your way so that they don't stand as a barrier to you and the audience or the people or the customers or the clients or the investors that you want to reach. And number 3, charisma. Imagine walking into a room with the same level of confidence and charisma as your favorite media star. Does Brad Pitt have anything else that you don't have? Does he have more charisma than you? No, he just decided one day that he was going to turn his on, that he was going to unlock that vault in himself. If someone could come to you with the key and enable you to unlock that vault in yourself, would you take it? Yes? So that's what we do at our company, is we help you cultivate those 3 skills. Because charisma, confidence, and communication absolutely can allow you to fold time. Mastery of these intangible social lubricants can make life so much more easily and enjoyable to get through. What I'd like to do now, in the interest of time, because there is so much to do, I'd like to leave you with a couple of gifts and also to make an offer, if I may. So, how many of you would love to get my 3 tips on how to start showing up in the media? As I mentioned at the beginning, there are 4 pillars to the media: print, television, digital, and radio. TV, radio, print, and digital. Sorry about that. TV, radio, print, and digital. In order to really leverage those 4, you have to be willing to show up with your authentic story. People don't want to be pitched a product. They don't want to be sold a service. They want to be invited into a story, into a passion. How do you confidently share that passion on camera with people so that they can align with you, so that they can trust you, so that they can buy from you? That's the secret. So to get you started today, we have our 3 tips. And what I'd like you to do is please pull your phones out. Let's pull our phones out. Excellent. And I'd like you to type the word media to the number 4470. Media to 4470. And what you'll get are our 3 P's on how to get you started. You know I like letters, right? The 3 C's, charisma, confidence, and communication. And now the 3 P's. What the heck are the 3 P's, Katerina? The 3 P's are pitch, polish, and promote. How do you start to pitch, polish, and promote your message for maximum brand efficiency? And because I so love helping entrepreneurs who want to help themselves, and we don't do this very often, but I did want to do it for you today, Dallas. By typing in your email address and your phone number information, you will gain access to my personal private calendar. That's right. Because I've been doing this for so very long, I can laser coach in 15 to 30 minutes. I can tell you where you are on the media mindset spectrum and how we can help you get from where you are to where you want to be. If you would like to book a meeting with me, I would love to speak with you. So please go ahead and do so at my private calendar. Now, in saying that, I do want to let you know, please do not book a meeting, please, unless you are willing to show up for it, because we don't want to take time away from somebody who really could use that. But if you are interested and if you would like, I would love to have a conversation with you offline. And lastly, before I leave, I have one more piece of exciting news. Now, this one I've been sitting on the entire time. I'm really excited about it. I see that you're a fan of live events because you're here at a live event. And it is our pleasure to be offering our series of new live events called The Training. The Training. We are going to be training on confidence, charisma, persuasion, and influence. That's right. I am teaming up with one of this country's greatest persuasion trainers, Jim Lutz. He and I are coupling together to bring you The Training. This is going to be a one-day event, killer event, where you are going to learn how to maneuver through your most inconceivable obstacle. Are you looking for more financial success? Are you maybe looking for the love of your life? This training, this one day, all intents inclusive, is going to change your life. Now, the bad news is that this training is taking place in San Diego. It's great news if you want to come to sunny San Diego. It's bad news if you're living in Dallas. The event is on June 23rd, so I'd love you to mark your calendars. June 23rd in sunny San Diego. Please come and spend the day with us. But then I got to thinking, all right, Katerina, you're here in Dallas and you love Dallas. I really love coming back here. So why not come back again? So the good news, Dallas, is we are actually now offering, and you're the first ones to hear about it. We're going to go public with this tomorrow. We are offering this training in Dallas. Yes, Dallas, we are coming back. Woohoo! So exciting. Yes. We will be coming and offering the training in Dallas on July 14th. That is in less than 8 weeks. We will be back here with you. And so we would love to offer you a special bonus code for registering today. Would you love to spend another day and a whole day to dive into what I have cultivated years training and learning and growing from? Yes? Well, if you do, then I'd love for you to jump onto the website now. Well, we're all together. We can do this together now. The website is DallasCPI.com. That's DallasCPI.com. Stands for Charisma, Persuasion, Influence. DallasCPI.com. Once you're there, I'd like you to type in the bonus code VIP. The bonus code is VIP. And that'll get you $50 off the registration fee. We don't normally do this, but I'm going to add one more bonus here. We are leaving this bonus code open for the next 72 hours. That's right, 72 hours, because we would love for you to take this back to your family, take this opportunity to your friends, take this opportunity to your employees. This is an excellent, excellent event to bring your entire company to. It's a minimal cost and it's a maximum value. So, DallasCPI.com, bonus code is VIP. And Dallas, we will see you back here again on July 14th. I am so excited. I'm Katerina Kazayas. I want to leave you with, number one, please make sure that you are making media matter for yourself and for your life. Your media mindset is key. Secondly, please remember, it is never too late to chase your dream. I was once sitting in a theater just like this, looking up at the master on stage, wondering, how did he get there? How did he craft the life that he loves? And now I'm the one sitting up here on stage, and I'm the one who loves my life. And I really want to invite you into this space because it is so damn amazing. Remember, if you don't dare to suck, you will remain stuck. And in fact, I want us to say it all together. I really want that to land for you. Let's say it all together. Repeat after me. I must dare to suck, or I will remain stuck. I must dare to suck, or I will remain stuck, right? I must dare to suck, or I will remain stuck. Thank you for having me. Thank you for opening your city to me. And we now hope that we can link arms with you to help you shine in all of your glory. Thank you. Let's see the timestamp on this one.